Demario, thanks for that report. Right now we are going to talk to a visitor from the Board of Trustees, Mr. Alan Mauch. Thanks so much for being here. Now, to start off, just to make sure we're all on the same page, would you mind talking about exactly what the Board of Trustees' role is in this university?
Oh, sure. The Board of Trustees actually is responsible to make sure the long-term viability of the university is maintained in accordance with its charter, and that's all about students and educating them and maintaining the infrastructure of the buildings and raising money. That's a very important part of trustee.
Mm-hmm. So a person like you, being a member of it, what does that mean for you?
Well, it's all about what we call the 3 T's. It's time, treasure, and talent. You have to give your time in a volunteer fashion to work on various committees involved with the university. You have to certainly try and give as much treasure as you can to support the university. Mm-hmm. And talent, when whatever particular talents you may have, be it administration or maybe some expertise in buildings or something like that, that would aid the university.
Mm-hmm. Now, I understand you are on a several-day visit of the university this week. What are you here to observe?
At the February trustee meeting, Ann Ziegler put together a panel of some faculty members from College of Arts and Sciences, from School of Nursing, from School of Education, and also from SPGS. And they made a presentation about some of the coursework they're involved in and some of the things students are doing. It was very intriguing, and a lot of the trustees were really bowled over by what's going on, including what's going on in your department with Dr. Watson coming in and getting this thing all going. And I was really wanted to see more. So after the presentation, I went to Rand. I said, is there any way I can come down for a couple of days and just attend a few courses and see what's happening? So it's not really an official visit, perhaps. It's just me being curious about what was going on at Baker. And it's been 35 years since I was a student here, so I wanted to see what some of the classes were like.
Mm-hmm. And what are you seeing in these classes?
Well, I expected to be bowled over, and I was, because of the really close relationship I see between faculty and staff. That's always been a hallmark of Baker, I think, having small courses and getting to know your professor really well. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot more informal than when I was here 35 years ago, and I think that really lends itself to making people relax and making people want to learn. So I've been really impressed. I realized I didn't know as much German as I thought I did. And
you attended a German class?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed French a lot more than I thought I would. So mm-hmm. I've had a wonderful time. I've got a few more classes to go, and then I'll head back to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that it's a little more informal. Since you were a student, how is it more informal?
Well, my political science professor never wore shorts and bare feet when he was lecturing, and a lot of times barely left the desk from which they lectured from behind. So it's good because you can move around, you can act more relaxed, and I think that makes the students more relaxed as well.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gathering from you a big part of this Board of Trustees' job is to be really informed as to what the students are involved in, what's going on campus. How do you and your colleagues respond to students interacting with you when you are on campus?
Well, we love it. During the board luncheons, there's usually a student at every table mm-hmm. with a number of trustees, so that's a great way informally to get to know them a little bit, find out about what they're doing. Mm-hmm. There is some interaction on some of the committees. Each trustee member is on a certain committee, and so a lot of times you'll have interaction there.
Mm-hmm. If a student does want to inform you about something, what is the best way to approach a member of the trustee?
Well, we're here 3 times a year. We come in October, February, and May, so that's certainly a good time. I would think you might want to contact Dr. Long and see if there's maybe a way that you could set up something where you could have a little bit more interaction time with the trustees. I know the May meeting is going to be centered around some of the things that students are doing, so that might be a good time.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned a lot of what you've observed as far as academic departments. Mm-hmm. We've had kind of a transition year, having a new president come. Mm-hmm. We're also gearing up for Baker's 150th. Is there anything that is surprising you about Baker this year in particular?
Well, not really. I think we knew there'd be some changes because we have a new president. You're going to have someone with fresh eyes looking at the same situation. So undoubtedly, there's going to be some change. And I think I've heard nothing but positive mm-hmm. from anyone I've talked to about having Dr. Long here. We searched long and hard for a replacement for Dan Lambert, and we knew that we're not going to replace him, and we don't want another Dan Lambert because you couldn't have that. So we're really excited with Dr. Long. I think she's doing some wonderful things, and we're looking forward to continuing.
Good. All right. Well, thank you so much for visiting.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to this edition of Inside Baker. Hope to see you next time.